The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
A handoff for Gibson.
The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Allen going to throw. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a second down and 6. A give running right, Gibson.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Throwing now is Allen. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now a dump off here complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On first down, Gibson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Gibson. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll try to run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Tapped forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Trask back near his goal line. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
We're scoreless after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Setting to throw. Here's Trask. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Second and 6. Trask to throw it. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now Trask. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On the return, Harris. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place. And a big loss here as he's taken down. John Franklin Myers in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And Shark hauls it in. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Allen. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Back deep to return is Lynn Bowden. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Trask now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trask. This one swung out to Montgomery. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Gibson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15, and a flag down as well. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return, starting field position as well.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
2nd and 5 now. Trask. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing, Trask. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And the Panther 1st down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 9. To throw is Trask. Eluding the pressure right. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football, and they still find ways to knock it free.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Open right side, complete to Rager. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Allen now looks to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Brevin Jordan, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second down at 4. Here's Trask. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll throw again. Here's Trask. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Sisco. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Allen now on 1st down. Trucks over it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Over the middle, caught by Mims. And the Dolphins are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks you
want. You want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Reagor, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Robinson's got it. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On play action, Allen. And now this this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Trask to throw it.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Setting to throw. Here's Trask.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Trask on first down.
Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Look, there he goes left side. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Antonio Gibson.
His 2nd TD in the game and 18th of the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it is 28-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2nd and 10. Trask now.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
Now Trask on 4th down.
He finds Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got it to Gibson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got this one completed to Mims. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Denzel Mims hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Trask now off the play fake. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
And my goodness, another interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. From just shy of midfield, Allen. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity in the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 22, Trask. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Trask.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Tyree Gillespie.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything, Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. The kick by Bass is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, here's Trask. And that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Trask. They go out to the flat for Edmonds. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And a short gain here down to the 22. Full to run show Fadukasi there on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Bass is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Now Trask.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Trask.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Trask again.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And off comes to Montgomery. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Dolphins, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10.